Hey, you know, it's such a wonderful, neat thing to be living out here in the wilderness on a homestead. You get to enjoy what nature delivers up for you. Hey, wild turkeys. This today's episode is on the native wild turkeys. Well, they're not native; they've been planted. So, stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I brought my camera up here to the back 30 acres. Well, I don't have 30 acres. It's actually, what's 300 feet by 300 feet? You do the math. But I have a mountain here. It's 300 feet by 300 feet. And this area down here measures approximately 300 feet by 200 feet down to the barn. So we've got all kinds of deer trails going through here. We've got all kinds of turkey population going through here. I've got a bunch of toms. Here's a group of toms. And over here is a group of jennies or hens. It appears that they are taking dust baths and just enjoying the sunshine. And then over here in the woods, I have another tom kind of coming down, and I guess he saw me and decided to take off and go back up into the woods. But all this livestock, or all this wildlife, this is fascinating to say the least. It's just cool that I'm able to share this with you guys. The just the natural wildlife that comes through. We got turkey season coming up here in next week, and you do here in Oregon, you are required to have a turkey tag. I don't know why I'm raising my own Naragansette turkeys because I've got plenty of turkeys coming through, but then I'd have to go through the expense of purchasing a hunting license every year and a turkey tag. And I can raise my own. try to balance that. But I'm incubating a bunch of turkeys. I have 5 baby turkeys so far in the brooder, and I have 2 that are hatching right now. One has already hatched, and the other one is in the process of hatching. And then I have a bunch of more eggs that will be coming next week because I started them 7 days apart. And I've been collecting other turkey eggs as the turkeys laid them. I'll set them aside, and after 7 days of collection, I'll go ahead and start the incubation period on those as I'm afforded more space in the incubator, so I can harvest those poults, sell them on Craigslist, and hopefully I'll make enough money this year on selling poults to break even as far as the cost, the amount of money I got into the incubator itself. So hopefully there'll be more poults than I need, so I'll be able to get an extra income to be able to put towards the feed bill to reduce the cost, the overhead cost of raising livestock, because that's what we're trying to do here on the homestead. I'm just trying to, use the hobby farm or the homestead kind of like as a business model to generate an income, to offset the operating costs, to balance out the costs going out to the revenue I could generate through selling livestock and create a little bit of a profit. But all I want to do is break even. Sell enough livestock each year to pay for my overhead and to, pay the feed bill. And then that way the livestock I raise and send to freezer camp, that's all free. Free food. That's a good business model for a hobby or for a farm. A wise and prudent farmer would operate his farm that way. Right now, this is a hobby because I got money going out of my pocket to be able to make this happen. But wild turkeys on the homestead, I wanted to share with you guys in this episode today. And then also a little bit on my domestic turkeys. Now, in 1961, the Merriam sub-breed of wild turkey were actually introduced in Oregon. Turkey is not native to Oregon. And I suspect these are not Merriam turkeys. These are more the Rio Grande turkey, what they call the Rio Grande turkey. They were more indigenous to stream-sized riparian areas, the Great Plains and mountain scrub forests. They proliferated here in the 1980s and have just been explosively populating the areas, certain areas, particularly in Oregon. Our area I live right here is probably the densest in the state because of all the cover that they have from predators. Well, I'm Jerry Hansen, your host. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a small homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. We're tucked away in a little valley, so we have like a little microclimate here. That's just a little extra tidbit of information. Hey, stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, then clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I do upload them. And like I asked before earlier, please leave a comment and give us a thumbs up. Like the show, it really helps out the algorithm. And please always be safe and always be kind. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Native wildlife on the homestead. Lovely. Oh, you guys took advantage of an open gate. Come on, guys. I found a gaggle in the garden. That is funny.